Welcome, welcome one and all. Welcome to my channel. My name is Monika and this is Guru Grit, a place for learning. So every time I get asked a question, it gives me a chance to do some digging, refresh my memory, learn something new, and then I get to get better at it. So we get to learn together. So today's topic is going to be part 2 on divorce in astrology. I had a few messages after the last presentation that I did earlier this week, and I wanted to mention a couple of other things that you can have a look at. So of course we discussed, factors of life that can cause divorce, but you could also have none of these factors, and people can just grow apart. They can have a harmonious splitting up of their relationship. Another thing to bear in mind is your marriage can endure even if you suffer some kind of scandal or some sort of issue and so forth. So I will also do a quick little presentation in the future about some examples of that and how to look for it. But today I just want to do a really, really quick video, just highlighting something else that you can look out for. So let's get back into it. So we have Jennifer Aniston, really good example for a chart where you could see separation. So this time, in the last video I said, look to the 7th house, look to the 7th house ruler, look to the malefics. Are they in the 7th? Are they sitting with the 7th ruler? What's going on in the 6th and the 2nd, okay? So this time, I just want you to do something really simple. I want you to look at the moon and Venus and look in the sign opposite to each of those. I want you to look 7th from the moon and 7th from Venus. So it's like the 7th house for those planets that have a lot to do with how we feel and, of course, our marriage. So this is important because in astrology the moon is really significant. Okay, it's quite sensitive and it's quite personal. It changes signs only every 2.25 days. So unlike the sun, which is once a month, you can make predictions from the moon. In the future I'm going to get more into that, but when I look at someone's chart, I do take the ascendant very seriously. If I'm looking at transits, eclipses, full moons, new moons, Jupiter changing signs, Saturn changing signs, and then I flip the chart, I turn the chart, and I look at transits from the moon. So I'm working currently on the Creativity and Astrology series, and the first batch is done, hallelujah. And I wanted to lay down some solid foundation for that series and find the best way to do that. And the best way to do that was through the band Greta Van Fleet, because I don't know any of their birth times. So I did moon charts for all of them and did everything from the moon. And you will be able to see how you can do that. And I even on TikTok, when I first started a year ago, I had a hashtag I made, no birth time, no problem. So you can just train yourself into doing that. So we're going to start that here. It's super helpful. It's super easy. So, if you know your ascendant is in Gemini and your moon is in, Aquarius or Capricorn or Sagittarius, whatever, don't just listen to and look transits from the ascendant. Okay, the ascendant is most personal because it changes every 2.5 hours. But then the moon is the next most personal thing. So unless your sun is conjunct the moon or the ascendant, those are the best two places to look. I wouldn't even look at transits to sun. Okay, but that's me. So let's begin here. Okay, let's look at the moon. So her moon is in the 3rd house. Is that correct? Yeah, that's her moon. So her moon is in the 3rd house, and we look opposite the moon. It's empty. Okay, now we find her Venus sitting in the 7th. Opposite the 7th, well, hey, we've got the South Node. Now, there's a bit of debate if the South Node actually causes divorce or not. And we'll do another series in the future on that. Okay, the South Node would give someone, I'm going to do, I already started it, ascetics in astrology. So people who just don't have an interest in matrimony, people who are more spiritual, or they take a path that's more to do with a cause rather than a partner or partnership. So in any case, you could still say that the South Node here is a malefic and it's from the 7th. So this will satisfy the requirement. Next chart, Kaylee Cuoco. Is that right? Did I do that correctly? I didn't skip anyone? Excellent. Kaylee Cuoco. So we analyzed her chart. It was a very good example as well. And here we have 7th from the moon is nothing. Okay, so we look to her Venus. And her Venus is opposed by the North Node. All right, so that would satisfy the requirement as well. Tom Cruise, 7th from the moon and Venus, we have Saturn and the south node. So this definitely satisfies the requirement. Okay, so it's very, very straightforward. So what I would suggest you do is, okay, seventh house looks damaged, check seventh from the moon, seventh from Venus. It could offer some protection. I mean, a little bit, because the seventh is the most important. If seventh house looks all right, but you need a solid answer, look seventh from the moon, look seventh from Venus. Ben Affleck's chart, here we go, seventh from the moon. Oh, we don't have anything, but we look seventh from Venus. There we go. The north node, that would satisfy the requirement. And this one, I wanted to do something different for the last two, which is some people say never check the Lord of the seventh from the moon or Venus, but for these two, we're going to do that and see if anything comes up. So in this case, okay, seventh from the moon, we don't have anything, and seventh from Venus. Okay, seventh from Venus is ruled by, is Pisces. Jupiter rules Pisces. So let's check the health of Jupiter, and Jupiter is debilitated with Venus. They're both debilitated. So, interestingly enough, Jupiter and Venus cause an overindulgence of things. And he has, and Venus is fifth lord, which rules children, and he has a lot of children. So that's pretty cool. Okay, Katie Holmes. All right, so seventh lord in the eighth can cause a marriage to break. Seventh from the moon, well, we don't have anything. All right, let's check seventh from Venus, nothing, but we're checking the lordship as well. And the lord, the ruler of Taurus is Venus. So we look back to Venus and she's debilitated in Scorpio. Okay, so this is the same thing that we saw in Kaylee Cuoco's chart. And so her Venus was also sitting with the south node. So, just a simple little method to try. It takes like 2 seconds. You just train your eyes. Okay, train your eyes. Check the seventh house. Where does the moon go? Boom, seventh from the moon. Where does Venus go? Booth, seventh from Venus. And if you want to check those lords as well, you can go ahead and do that, flesh it out, give it some detail. All right, so thank you so much for watching. Here's a picture I took of your ex when I was in Mexico, and here's me wishing that I never run across them. So, I've always got your back. I'm always looking out for you. And I wished again, just to be safe, I wished twice. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all next time where I continue the relationship series in astrology. We're going to do delays in marriage. Late marriage, I suppose, no marriage, aesthetics, and then we're also going to go into, I'm going to do impotence or like sexual issues, because that can also lead to a break in marriage, a lack of sexual intimacy or a lack of sexual performance and things of that nature. So thank you so much once again, just a quick little video, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.